Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M43, the Tier 8 American SPG, and we're located on the northeast spawn of Arctic region, otherwise known as the Mannheim Line. And the commander of this vehicle is UKSkaface, and alongside him you can see an M43, 55? No, that's an M50, very difficult to tell. I think that's an M55 actually. Looks like the 8-inch howitzer. Okay, battle has started and they're moving off to their respective fire positions. Yes, that's definitely an M55, no doubt about it. Same 8-inch howitzer on the M43. And the Katyushas are coming! The Katyushas. Whoa! Oh, it would be so much fun if we had them in the game. Okay. Locating himself in his firing position. And he's ready to shoot. Now, seeing as he's got the 8-inch howitzer, it's going to be a little while to reload the vehicle. He's dialing in his aim on that Conway. Fires a round in. Oh, both of them did. He definitely stunned the Conway because when the M55 fired, he picked up the stun assist. So we know we were definitely on target, but we're not sure how much damage we did to the Conway. Must have been something because the M55 did damage as well. Right, AMX CDC coming into view. Is he going to use that rock? No, he's going down to the water's edge. And he's taking a big hit as well. 390, is he going to use that dip? But I think he won't stay there for long. There's a Lurva over there who's remarkably stationary, and the M55 has just hit him, so now we can return the favour. Oh my god, look at those enemy tanks there, and he's moving up alongside the T10. Round goes out, he splashes the T10 and the Lurva, so the M55 picked up some stun assists from the Lurva, and he picked up all of that damage off the T10. And the reason the reticule moved to one side there was because UKSkaface was relocating while staying in reticule view, in battle assistant view rather. And it looks like he's going to go for the Type 5 Heavy this time. He's working out where the Type 5 is going to be and where he needs to place the shot. The Type 5 stopped. Okay, can dial in on that point. He's about to fire, indicating his target. Rounds out straight away. Oh, unfortunately, it overshot by quite a large amount as well. And so he didn't pick up any stun assists off that one or damage. But he did stun the Type 5, but he used his repair kit to get rid of it quickly. So that, oh no, his repair kit, his first aid. So that may come back to haunt him later on. That was the M55 firing in, and the CDC keeps popping up. Now, UKSkaface is loaded, ready to go. He can probably hit that that CDC. Round out. Oh, well, he stunned him. It fell short this time. Very annoying. These shells aren't actually going precisely on target. The T10 is staying at the back with the Lurva, but they're in the lee of that rock, and I think they know that that rock is a safety place from Arty fire, and they must realise that Arty is going to be significant. There's two 8-inch guns firing at them. The Lurva just took a hit there, and I think that's coming from the guys who are moving south from the north side, down the centre. Okay, the Lurva's hiding behind the rock, fires around in at the Conway, splashes him for 197 and stuns him. I think he might have stunned the Lurva at the same time. The Lurva was already stunned. Now the reload is about 30 seconds on this, so it's quite a long time for the reload to go in. There's a Borsig there up there on the cliff on the lookout. He used his held down his right hand mouse button there to have a quick look to see what was going on in the centre. And he's gone back, and the M55 has just taken out the Lurva. Now, can he get the Conway? Lining up the shot. Round out. Oh, well, splashed him for 215. I think he might have tracked him as well. He's picking up damage assist. I think that's actually stun assist, sorry, because it was damage after the stun. He's waiting for the reload to go on. Now the problem is that most of the tanks that were attacking down that route have actually been wiped out, so we're not going to see the convoy until he actually gets around the corner on the way up towards our cap. But in the meantime, he can fire rounds at this Gorilla 15 and this Borsig, if they will stay still long enough to do it. Okay, it's loaded, and round out on the Gorilla. Splashes him for 287, long stun. That's going to help. The RU-251's moved down. There's the Type 5 and the convoy. As I said, we would next see them when they're on the approach to this cap. Our attack on the south faltered, but I don't think this attack is going to fail. Or rather, I don't think our defense is going to fail. The Type 5 Heavy goes down to the strip 103, but after receiving an Arty round, I think that Arty round came from the M55. Okay, RU-251, can he get both of those together? Difficult. They're pulling away. So, unfortunately, all he could do was splash the RU-251 and stun them a bit. But that Gorilla 15 is still being a real nuisance. So, he's just realigned himself a little. He's centering his reticule, and that's very useful. As I've mentioned before on other replays, if you center your reticule, you're going to suffer from less reticule bloom at the moment you need to have a steady reticule. And he's aiming now for a Scorpion G, which is unsighted, but we did spot a few seconds ago. He's firing the round in blind, and I'm not sure if he damaged the Scorpion, but it would certainly be helpful if he did. The Gorilla 15 has just been killed. He's been taken out by the Carnarvon, who's coming around the south with the other Gorilla 15. Oh, and the Borsig has been wiped out by our Scorpion. He was firing from the middle. And there's the Sheridan. Now, where did the enemy Scorpion go? There's the RU-251. He's hiding behind the rock. Can fire around in there. There's still two enemy Arty in play. If we can get around in there. Round out on the RU-251. And I don't know if he did any damage, but here comes the Katyushas again. They can be a distraction at times. Oh, we did stun him. The RU-251 just took a hit, and he's picked up some stun assist. And the M43 on the enemy team has been spotted, so we know where he is as well now. Now he's going to go for the prop first. That's probably the bigger threat to the Progetto and the Scorpion. He's actually full health, that T28 prot. There he is. Dialed in and round out. Oh, so going to be behind him. That fell behind him. Oh, and our M55 has just been taken out, and he was killed by the GW Tiger P on the enemy team. So he must be a good GW player. He spotted the exactly where the M55 was firing from. So UKSkaface needs to be careful now for counter battery fire. The enemy is ahead by one tank. He needs to be very careful he doesn't knock down any trees, because that's what they're going to be looking for. Any tracer, any knockdown tree. There's the enemy Arty, the M43. He's dialing in on where he thinks it is. I doubt if it will have moved very far from that position. There is the tree going down. You see that? That's the telltale sign. And he splashes the M43 to death. Now he needs to motor out of there quickly, just in case the GW Tiger P decides to return the favour. And he doesn't, so... Oh no, that's from the Sheridan. The enemy Sheridan's in the cap area. Oh my god, he went round the outside, came back. And now UKSkaface is in a very difficult position. He needs to motor out there as quickly as he can, and the best way to do that is to gain as much speed going downhill as possible, and that means going down to the water. Of course, he can always set up to turn around and do a shotgun on that Sheridan if he comes down this route. Unfortunately, the Carnarvon's just too far away for him to help, but I suspect that Sheridan's coming down after him. I'd be very surprised if the Sheridan starts capping. There's the Sheridan. Okay, now he needs to turn as quickly as he can. And the Sheridan's bounced around. And he shotguns him for 57 hit points. Beautifully played. Kept his cool. Turned around. Knew that the splash would be enough to take out the Sheridan. And now he just needs to get out of there just in case the GW decides to fire around him. Well, the GW can't because he's actually dead. I was wrong about that. It's just the T28 prop left. And if that Carnarvon can survive long enough, then UKSkaface can assist him to get rid of that prot. We can't see the prot at the moment. I suspect he's come back to the cap. Okay, now he needs to stop here for the moment, because if he moves forward any further and the prot is actually waiting in ambush, then he'll be the first to know about it when he receives a shot, and that could be fatal. So what he needs to do is aim ahead of where the Carnarvon's looking to see if the Carnarvon will spot the prot. The prot will reveal himself if he's in an open position. If he's in a double bush door using the bush mechanic, then he won't be spotted. Okay, he's moving towards the cap. And the Carnarvon's not been shot. That makes me think that the prot is actually at the other end. He's followed the Sheridan and he's gone to the cap. And he might not have gone into the cap because he might be looking for UKSkaface. Oh, the alternative is... Oh, there he is! Okay, now, he's in a good position. He can hide from this. The Carnarvon is at the back of the cap. But he can get a shot into the T28 prototype. He's dialing in the aim. Let this be a perfect shot. And it splashes the prot for 352. Useful, puts a stun on him. The Carnarvon's still in the cap, but firing at the prot. It's a long reload. Over 30 seconds, as I said. Will the Carnarvon survive that long? He's come out of the cap. He's going for protection. No, we've lost the Carnarvon. So it's just between UKSkaface now and the prot. But the prot will know from which direction UKSkaface fired. But what he's probably going to do is use the cover. Now the prot probably didn't see that tree going down. Probably didn't, I say, but I don't know. I can't be certain. There was some bushes and trees in the way. That's the position we last saw the prot in. He could fire around him. No joy. It didn't go accurately either. It fell short. If it had actually gone long, it would have gone into the same shell crater. Now he's got a long reload to wait for it to be ready. Load it again. He's got one shell left. Only one. He's got to make certain with this last shot. He's got to kill the T28 prot with one shell. Now, where will that T28 go? Now, I've moved forward to the bush because the worry is if the prot goes up onto the heights to see and look further, then he will be visible from this position. So going further in... Oh, there he is! Okay, he's been spotted. Dial in the aim carefully. And he kills him! 51 hit points, wins the game. And that was a Fadin's because it was his last shell. Oh my gum. Brilliant match. So exciting towards the end. Oh, sorry, wrong screen. Right screen. Okay. Yes, he got an ace tanker UKSkaface in the M43. He also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 20. He got a Fadin's medal for getting killing the last enemy with the last round of ammunition in his magazine. And he also picked up a Stark's medal because he received at least 2 hits from the enemy, lost 2/3 of his hit points in the process, killed at least 2 enemy, and survived the battle to win. So that's an amazing task as well. So the Stark's medal, I think a lot of Arty players, dedicated Arty players, do pick up a lot of these. But then if you play a lot of Arty medals, you will pick up these rewards because it means you are a true Arty player. You fight and fight on, fight hard. So let's have a look at the details. Well, team scores first. He got the highest amount of damage on his team, 2,636 hit points. Wasn't the highest damage overall. That went to the GW Tiger P, who was obviously a very good player for the fact that he did actually manage to counter battery the M55. He managed to pick up 3,125 hit points. But he did manage to get the second highest number of kills on his own team, UKSkaface, with 3 kills. And that matches the score by the XM551, which is the Sheridan. He managed to get 3 as well, but he was beaten by the Carnarvon, who managed to get 4. And when it came to base XP, he was right at the top of the table, 1,167 hit points, easily beating the Carnarvon. So let's have a look at the detail report. Well, he fired all 16 rounds of 8-inch caliber ammunition in his magazine. He got 19 splashes. He didn't get any direct hits in that battle, but he got 19 splashes to do the job. And he did 2,636 hit points of damage, of which 2,528 were at more than 300 meters. Obviously, the one that was closer was the Sheridan, which he shotgunned at very close range. He received 2 hits during the battle, both from the Sheridan. 1 penetration, 1 non-penetration, and the non-penetration one was the one where he hit the tracks right at the end as he came over to the edge of the cliff, and if he hadn't hit the tracks, that would have been a very different result to the battle. But because he hit the tracks, he allowed UKSkaface to get that shotgun in, and that changed the result of the battle very easily. He hit 9 of the enemy, that's 3/5 of the enemy team, and he killed 3 of the enemy, that's 1/5 of the enemy team. He also did stun assistance damage of 1,266 hit points off 16 stuns. On a premium account, he earned 41,988 credits. But after repair, ammunition resupply, and he did use all 16 rounds of ammo, remember, and of course the consumables, he was left with just 390 credits. But that doesn't matter because he picked up 1,751 XP, and it was ×3 for the first victory of the day. So he actually picked up 5,253 experience points. Plus, of course, he picked up an Ace Tanker, a Fadin's medal, and a Stark's medal, and he got the victory. He carried his team through and won for them in the end. So well done, UKSkaface. Great battle. Really enjoyed that one. Very exciting towards the end because we didn't know where that prop was going to go, and I thought he might go up onto the rise to get more height so he could actually see further and spot you, because of course you've got a limited view range, but he's got a much better view range than you. So I was very surprised that he took the action he did to go towards the cap, but you kept your cool and you took him out the game. So congratulations, UKSkaface. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.